A construction program is not just a list of dates, it's one of the most important tools on a project. For a QS, the program can help identify delay risk, procurement issues, sequencing problems, and potential commercial exposure. If the program is weak or unrealistic, it can cause major problems later, especially when dealing with extensions of time, loss and expense, compensation events, variations, or delay claims. A good QS should not simply file the program away and only look at it when disputes arise. The program should be reviewed, questioned, and used throughout the project. Here are 5 red flags QSs should look out for in a construction program. Number 1. No clear critical path. The critical path shows the sequence of activities that directly affect the completion date. If the program does not clearly show the critical path, it becomes difficult to understand which activities are genuinely driving the completion. This creates a problem if the project is delayed because the team may struggle to prove whether an event actually impacted the completion date or not. For example, a delay to a non-critical activity may not affect completion if there's float. However, a short delay to a critical activity could have a major impact. From a QS perspective, this matters because time and money are often interconnected. If delay entitlement cannot be properly demonstrated, the commercial position becomes much weaker. Number 2. Vague activity descriptions. Another warning sign is when a program uses broad descriptions such as internal works, M&E, design. These may be useful as summary headings, but they're not detailed enough on their own. If an activity is too vague, it becomes difficult to track progress, identify delays, and understand responsibility. For example, finishes could include plastering, decorating, flooring, joinery, tiling, and final cleaning. If the program only says finishes, it's hard to understand which trade is delayed and what impact it has. A proper program should break the works down enough for the team to manage progress properly. Number 3. Unrealistic durations. A program may look good on paper, but the durations still need to be realistic. If major activities have been squeezed into very short periods, this should be questioned. Unrealistic durations can create pressure on site, cause poor sequencing, and increase the risk of delay. For example, if the program allows 3 days for an activity that realistically needs 2 weeks, the project may already be at risk before the work starts. A QS should ask whether durations are achievable, whether subcontractors have agreed to them, and whether they reflect the actual scope of work. If the answer is no, the program may not be reliable. Number 4. No allowance for design, procurement, or approvals. Many programs focus heavily on on-site activities, but fail to properly allow for design, procurement, and approvals. This is a major red flag. Projects are often delayed before materials even arrive on site. Long lead time items, technical submissions, samples, design reviews, client approvals, statutory approvals, and utility connections can affect progress. For example, if a specialist item has a 10-week lead-in period, but procurement is not shown on the program, the team may not realize there's a problem until it's too late. A QS should check that key pre-construction and procurement activities are included. If they're missing, the program may not reflect the real project risk. Now, before we get onto the last red flag, at Metroun we help contractors, subcontractors, and project teams with program-related commercial risk, including delay, change, payment, and entitlement issues. We can help turn that program problem into a clear commercial action, protecting your position before issues become disputes. And finally, number 5, poor logic links between activities. Program logic is what connects one activity to another. For example, plasterboard may need to be completed before decoration start. Decoration may need to start before the flooring. Flooring may need to finish before the final cleaning. If the activities are not properly linked, the program may not show the true effect of delay. This becomes a serious issue when assessing entitlement to additional time. If the program has poor logic, it may be too difficult to demonstrate how one delayed activity affected another. A QS does not need to be a planner, but they need to understand enough to question whether the program makes commercial sense. The program is not just a planning document, it's a commercial document too. It can affect extensions of time, loss and expense, compensation events, delay analysis, subcontractor management, procurement decisions, and cash flow forecasting. If the program has no clear critical path, vague activities, unrealistic durations, missing procurement allowances, or poor logic links, these are all warning signs. For QSs, the key message here is simple. Do not ignore the program. Understand it, question it, use it. Because on a construction project, time and money are always connected. Metroun, a commercial hub to your business.